What up, what up, what up? What is up, what is up, what is up, everybody? It is Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports, joining you here. Wednesday night means Buckeye night. It's senior day in the Horseshoe. Noon kickoff for this one. The Buckeyes looking to defend home turf against the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. 5-5 are the Scarlet Knights. 2-5 in the Big Ten. Ohio State continues to stay and remain undefeated, not only in the Big Ten, but in all of their season. And of course, everybody wants to turn the page and look towards next Saturday, but we need to get through this one first. And the Buckeyes a little bit banged up in a couple positions, did decide to go ahead and take Carnell Tate out of the game, for instance, because he hasn't played in the last two, so it doesn't feel fair to continue to roll him. So they'll be a little bit short-handed. We'll see Jeremiah from time to time, of course, still here today. So here comes Rutgers. They're led by their quarterback, Athen Kaliakmanis. And Kaliakmanis is 6'3", 212-pound senior. He's got some very talented receivers. One of them right there, DT Sheffield, number 0, is an 88 overall with the rating, 86 as well for Ian Strong. So pretty solid across the board. They also have Antoine Raymond, the running back, who is in the semifinalist lists for the Doak Walker Award, I believe. So they've got some talented. There's Weber, the tight end, on his first catch of the day. Colin Weber, 6'4", 258-pound senior as well. So Kaliakmanis with a new set of downs. Here we go. Good to have you on again. Phil Nagy, Nagy on Sports is the channel as they try to go wide with the running back, and that's actually C.J. Campbell. So a different running back here. All right, Keith, drive safe. Welcome in, Jim. Welcome in, Alex. Welcome in, Mike. It's just about to be turkey time, isn't it? 1 week from tomorrow. Campbell will get nowhere. I'm not sure why they don't have Raymond in there. He was listed higher on the depth chart. He's not the third down back. Here we go, 3rd and 10. Kaliakmanis back to pass. Buckeyes blitz late, and they're going to get home. Caden Curry, Aaron Scott, and Kenyatta Jackson all play a little game of I'll see you at the Greek. It's Kaliakmanis, great Greek last name. Athen Kaliakmanis is going to be sacked there. He is from Antioch, Illinois, and his brother's on the team too, or what can I only assume would be his brother. Same last name, another Kaliakmanis. Let's see if he's also from Antioch, Michigan. They're going to punt it from their own goal line. Yep, Dino Kaliakmanis is his brother. They may be twins, in fact. All right, here we go. Julian saying that's what he did in our sim, 363 and 3 touchdowns as they took care of business against UCLA. It was only a few points. I think it was, 48-10 in real life. We had a 42-14, so it's pretty darn close. Let's see how it looks here today. Sayin in a shotgun. Let's see how that ankle reacts. He's going to fire across the middle. Caught right away and tackled right away. Talibi Kaba, on the tackle there. And Kaba with the tackle on Brandon Ennis out of the pistol now. Up the middle, RPO to the right side. Caught by Mylan Graham. He'll actually lose maybe a yard or two. 3rd and 2. So Mylan Graham going to be that first one off the bench after Carnell Tate to get more snaps. He had a nice game. Another RPO to the right side to Graham. First down and more. 45 to the 40. Spin move. 40 to the 35 rather than. And a first down for Mylan Graham. Reminding everybody that he was a high 4-star or 5-star in some rankings a year ago as well. He was just, overshadowed by somebody named Jeremiah Smith. Saying now he'll step up in the pocket. He might be sacked. He will be sacked. A rare sack. That's Bradley Weaver from Hilliard Bradley High School. Very close to where I sit, Hilliard Bradley High School. Bradley Weaver. Hilliard Darby, even closer. Bradley Weaver. Sorry, I knew he was from one of the Hilliard high schools. He's from Darby. I'm like 2 wind-dated drivers from where Hilliard Darby is. Tee it high and let it fly. 2nd and 12 after a rare sack. Given up. Little split zone look, little RPO. Boot action to the right side. They pick 3 of it back up. 3rd and 9 here for the Buckeyes. Just on the outskirts of Jaden Fielding's range. Sayin in the shotgun. James Peoples on his left hip as they continue to rotate the 3 running backs across the middle, and it's dropped. Quincy Porter, this year's 5-star kid, and he just dropped it. He had the first down, frankly. And he's going to want that one back. And so here's fielding from straight 50 to put the first points on the board. His kick is up, but his kick is good. He drove that nicely. And 3-0 Buckeyes to start the game, but Quincy Porter drops the first pass that heads his way that would have extended the drive and moved the sticks. Instead, fielding for 3 is how the Buckeyes will get it started here. Again, appreciate everybody being on. My name is Phil Nagy. This channel is Nagy on Sports, the only place that you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. We're doing all the Buckeyes games, and then we'll go into the Buckeyes after a virtual offseason. We're doing all the Browns games, including Shedeur Sanders. He will be starting on Sunday, and here he is. That's going to be the talented running back Antoine Raymond from Quebec, Canada. And then went to Clearwater Academy in Florida. 2nd and 1 after the 9-yard scamper for the 5'11" sophomore Raymond. Kaliak-Manis, he'll fire left side into traffic signal coverage. He dropped it in the bucket to Sheffield. He's going to outrun a linebacker. Touchdown, Rutgers! Oh boy, why was Garrett Stover covering a linebacker? I don't know. But DT Sheffield, a transfer from Northwest Mississippi Community College, he is their top receiver, a senior 5'10". And look at Kaliak-Manis. What a beautiful looking pass. And that is Garrett Stover, friends, who's a nice player, but you shouldn't have a weak side linebacker covering the best receiver on the other team. So a mismatch that goes against the Buckeyes, and shock and awe have entered the horseshoe as Rutgers takes a 7-3 lead. Do not think anybody would have foreseen this one. Sheesh. Again, we were just talking about Shedeur Sanders. He's going to get the start at Vegas. Will it be the most televised crappy football game between 2 not very good teams? It could be. It could be. We'll see what he looks like the game playing in a week of reps. Here's James Peoples to the left side. He's stuck at the line. Tackled from behind by Jordan Walker. 6'4", 268. Big defensive lineman. Any defensive lineman that wants to sport single digits, you know, is pretty good. Or at least the team thinks they're pretty good. Quick little throw left side. Innes has got blockers. 30 to 35, and he takes a big shot at that point from Kaj Sanders, sophomore quarterback, number 5. Appreciate everybody being on again. Thanks so much to all of my subscribers. We're over 1175, which is just awesome. This CJ Donaldson gets blown up in the middle that time. Jet Elad, the safety, comes flying in. Another Canadian. And he went to St. Ignatius. There you go. And 2nd and 9, they're going to go backwards again. Bo Jackson cannot get started. And some pluckiness from the Scarlet Knights early, and maybe a little bit of sleepies in the eyes of the Buckeyes. Here comes Sam. Nope, just kidding. He's going to be sacked. Big time pressure coming that time. And it's the defensive lineman, Daryl Nagoni. And Nagoi gets back there, 6'2", 298 from LaSalle High School. That's where Coach Stefanski went in Philadelphia. There he is, Daryl Nagoi. And he's there in a big way. And the Buckeyes are going to have to punt, trailing 7-3. Do not adjust that dial. Buckeyes a little bit sluggish to get started. Again, Carnell Tate not playing. Jeremiah Smith, we haven't seen him yet. Gingerly, they don't need them to play, of course, in real life because they're better than they are even in their sim. But I want everything to be firing on all cylinders when we get to next week. In fact, I'm not sure why Sonny Styles isn't in there right now. In fact, why is Stover in there instead of Styles, you ask? Nope, now Styles is back in. So maybe it was just a stamina sub situation. Okay, so slow start for the Cavs as well, it sounds like. Thank you, Alex, for bringing that in. You can hit that thumbs up button as well. And again, I'm grateful to all of our subscribers. We're over 1176, the Still COVID project that obviously spurred college football legs last year when the game came out. Already the 4th Ohio State sim season. Now he's going to take off. Kaliak-Manis, first down, 40 to the 35, and he'll slide right in front of Arvell Reese, who was about to lay the boomstick on him that time. 7-3, Buckeyes. Backs against the wall here in the first quarter now. Here comes Campbell up the middle. Big gainer, 15, 20, 25-yard gain from Campbell to the 10 and a first down. And goal to go for the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Wild. Greg Schiano's bunch chopping the wood That's their thing for sure. But right now, Kaliak-Manis is playing well. The offensive coordinator, Kirk Sieroka, dialing up some good plays. And this time, Arvell Reese says, I'm done with it. Sit down, kids. And he hits that running back deep in the backfield that time. Kaliak-Manis slaying across the middle. Arvell Reese, another big hit. They've got a third goal from the 7 now. DT Sheffield's second catch of the day. The first one was a big touchdown catch. Blitz coming late. They feel it. Left side throw. Jump ball. Caught for a touchdown. Rutgers doubles up the Buckeyes as DT Sheffield has his second one. He jumped over the top of Jermaine Matthews. What is happening? The sim thinks it's a trap game. My, oh my. Big DT Sheffield. Not big DT. 5'10". But he bodied out Jermaine Matthews. Kind of boxed him out like a power forward. Kaliak-Manis threw it up, and next thing you know, 14-3 on a 7-play, 61-yard drive. Wild times here in Simland. People logging on saying, wait a minute, what? The team in red is up 14-3. It's the one I expected. Oh, no, it's not the one I expected. 3:35 to go here. Buckeyes, you get out of their own way here. Or maybe I've played the same playbook too long, and the tendencies are all gobbled up. Play action boot now. Fired quickly on the run. Caught by Brandon Innes. He's having a monster a monster quarter rather now. 3 or 4 catches. And bulk of the yards from Julian Sayin is Brandon Innes. Bo Jackson into the backfield. CJ Donaldson into the backfield rather. They'll turn around. They'll give it to him. Nope, they'll play action boot again. Fired. Levels concept. Deep shot. And it's picked off. Intercepted. And he tried to throw it to Mylan Graham. And Jet Elad, the safety from St. Ignatius, picked him off. And Julian Sayin can't believe it. It is all Rutgers here in the first quarter. What is happening? Chop wood. There they are. Chop, chop, chop. Jet Elad. And the boot action. And Sayin, I think he had him. Just not a great throw. Elad saw it all the way. Mylan Graham didn't even have a chance to play defense. What is happening? Defense might need to make a big play. Left side caught. We're going to get a push off. Oh, we're going to get a holding call on Zakis. That's exactly what's going to happen there. So Buckeyes saved there. Guy Zelinskis. 14-3. Rutgers has this place quiet right now. Part of the middle. Caught again. Another catch. That's KJ Duff. He's the big receiver. 6'6", 225 for KJ Duff. Big body target there out of the slot, number 8. Back to pass. Kaliak-Manis on a 2nd and 9. Fired and it's picked off! He throws it right back to Caden Curry, the defensive lineman who dropped in coverage. And Kaliak-Manis gives it right back, and the Buckeyes, that might just be enough to get them woken up here. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go. Bo Jackson up the middle. James Peoples up the middle, given 4. Mix of all 3 running backs in the formation sub situation. 90 seconds to go. There's Jeremiah in the game. You can see him motioning. He'll drag across the front. Smith goes Sayin goes the other way. Wide open Bo Jackson to the 15 and a first down and 10. For the Buckeyes, they still can't get a first down inside the 2-yard line. Just inside the 2-yard line. Back to pass, Sayin. Right side throw, dangerous. Ooh, boy. Innes was out there, but so was the defender, and they were all over that one. Kaj Sanders again, Bergen Catholic product. Now here comes Peoples. He'll try to go wide. Can he get the corner? He cannot. Tackled beautifully by the big defensive lineman. Couldn't elevate or escalate. That's Eric O'Neill. He's a very talented defensive lineman. Their best. Couldn't get around him now. 3rd and 11. Sayin. Fired right side, out of bounds. Jeez, he just looks a little flustered in this one, doesn't he? Again, his ankle not 100% either. And Fielding's kick is up, and it's good. But trading touchdowns for field goals right now as both teams have scored twice. Hopefully, Mike, that's all that it's going to take. Mike, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, but my band is actually playing the WNCI tailgate at the Varsity Club on Saturday before the game if you're going to go down. 9 to noon, it'll be a good time. Trying to go wide again is Raymond. He's going to get a first down. Oh, boy. Igbenosin lays the wood, but he holds on to the football, and that's how quarter number 1 ends. Oh, boy. 14-6. I would not have predicted this one. 2 touchdowns for Kaliakmanis. Both quarterbacks have thrown an interception. The game doesn't realize that Julian Sand throws minimum 80% every time. Right into Arvell Reese's hands and then thrown to the ground immediately by Edric Houston as well. 2nd and 11. Antoine Raymond. The Quebecois himself. Little option, and the Buckeyes are all over it. Kaliakmanis is rolling to the right, pitches it to Raymond, and Raymond actually loses more yards. 3rd and 13. Let's see if the Buckeyes can get him off the field here. Kaliakmanis against the 4-man rush. Now Sanchez. Wrist is right. He's got a slant from the right side and a first down. That's Ian Strong, number 9, 6'3", 211. Ian Strong has a first down. On a 3rd and 11. They got it. Now Raymond up the middle. Antoine Raymond. Again, he's on the short list for the Doak Walker Award. He's having a good season. There's some good pieces on this Rutgers football team. 5-5 though they may be. Quick throw over the middle. Short and caught by the tight end, Weber. 3rd and 2 for the Buckeye defense. Kaliakmanis, pressure around him. He'll dump it short, get a first down to Raymond. Arvell Reese is there with him, but he gets the first down. And Rutgers driving the football yet again. What is happening here? Matt Patricia to your defense. Kaliakmanis over the middle, dump immediately. That's over 150 yards passing now in a quarter and 4 minutes for Nathan Kaliakmanis. Nice tackle there for Caleb Bounds, by the way. Now blitz coming. They pick it up. Fire to a wide open Colin Weber over the middle, and he's got a first down. Here they go, moving the chains again. Buckeyes just, again, other than that pick, appear to just sort of be sleepwalking. Maybe they do a little situational coach mode and try to wake them up on the next drive. Going wide is Campbell. He's got the corner to the 25, to the 20, and that's where Jalen McCain will bring him down. Gain of 7 for C.J. Campbell, the senior running back from Kaplan, Louisiana. I can read. Raymond, and he'll run into Arvell Reese. It's 3rd and 3. Come on, D, stiffen up here. Kind of getting a little bit loud here as the Buckeye fans trying to get their defense to go. Kaliakmanis fired over the middle. Touchdown! He was wide open again. Ben Black, the sophomore, 6', 184 from Charlotte, North Carolina. And Athan Kaliakmanis has thrown 3 first-half touchdowns. Sheesh. Ben Black, there he is. Number 2 on the screen, number 1 in the hearts of the fan. Where's the defense on that? He split him right down the middle. And Rutgers, 21. Ohio State, 6. This is getting a little crazy. We have to do a little situational coach mode just to try to get our offense out of this rut. And this does happen, and maybe this is my fault, that the customized playbook that I make for the Buckeyes, when they run it so often, then they become really predictable. Because the game knows there's a 32% chance you're going to run this play or whatever. So anyway, we'll try some coach mode. All I do is call the play, and that's it. Dang. He was or was not? Not ejected. Right side throw, just over the outstretched arms. Missing wide open guys here. This is getting a little crazy. 3rd and 10. Motion from Jeremiah Smith. Back to pass. Sayin across the middle. Caught by Jeremiah, but for 4 yards. I feel like we got to go for this, right? We got to get him something juice going. Some juice. Sayin. Oh, he's going to heave it. Deep shot. Right side. Single coverage. caught by Mylan Graham. First down at the 7. Oh, boy. Oh, did he heave that one? You saw him really wind up for this one. 69-yard pass play. That thing brought rain clouds with it, and Mylan Graham with a great catch over top of Bo Masco. Bo Masco is the best defensive player they have in the back end. What a play. That was insane. Again, all I'm doing is calling the plays. I don't do anything else post-snap, but Sayin decided to go for the big one that time. Slant to the right side, Mylan Graham, 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Jackson stuffed right at the line once again by Kaj Sanders. And I'll try to show you what I mean on the next one here in a second. Did he throw an interception? He did. In the end zone. Another pick! And it's Elad again! The St. Ignatius kid is destroying the Buckeyes. Chopping wood, Jet Elad. Well, coach mode worked until the red zone, huh? 2nd pick of the day, and he just stood there. Gosh, how did Julia not see him? Anyway, you see in the bottom right of those plays where it says like 43 calls, 29 calls, 50 calls. That's how many times that in the game that play has been called, like in the season that play has been called. So what happens is even if you have a customized playbook like I like to do, if they call the same running play, like the game has access to that information. It's like, oh, this is a tendency. So that's why I try to find those plays where it's like, this hasn't been called ever. And then that got intercepted. So, okay. 21-6. We're going to try one more coach mode drive. Otherwise, the Buckeyes are on their own. That was a strike from Kaliak Manis, who now has 200 yards passing and 3 touchdowns to boot. Buckeye D. The only difference is that Carnell Tate is not in the lineup. That's literally the only difference right now. And they are playing like they really don't care to be here, frankly. This is senior day. I'm sure guys like Arvell Reese and Caleb Downs and his underclassmen who could come back but probably won't, walked as well. Nice tackle that time by Arvell. Kaliak Manis. Pressure around him, and they'll get to him this time. Caden Curry with a big sack, sets up 3rd and long. I'm going to say Arvell Reese is just a junior, so he could definitely come back. Which would be crazy if he did. Part of the reason it's taken so long for Arvell Reese to pop, listening to some guys on the radio earlier, is because when they brought him in, he was just kind of this athlete, and they wanted to make him an edge rusher. And they decided to change him to linebacker last year, and it just took a little bit of time, and now he's incredible. Talking about him as a top 5 pick, Arvell Reese. He could play any linebacker position or a rush defensive end. They talk about him as a Travis Hunter on the defense. It's like what I've heard him referred to as, is he could play multiple positions at a high level. In the same way that he was the top cornerback and the 2nd receiver or top receiver or whatever. They're saying that like Arvell Reese would be the top linebacker and the top edge rusher kind of a thing, which is just insane. All right, 3:41 to go. Fire left side. Caught in the space by Brandon Innes. He's really been the only ray of scarlet sunshine here for the Buckeyes in half number 1. Thanks for the Cavs update there, Alex. Here's Bo Jackson, his first positive yards of the game, all 4 of them. Let's see if this can get him going here. 21-6, Rutgers in a sleepy first half for Ohio State, or get tackled. Man, Jet Elad is everywhere today. Big tackle for loss for the strong safety on Bo Jackson. It's not like they're not trying to run, but they are not been able to block it up well. Sayin hit as he throws, lobs it up left side, incomplete. 4th and 8 from the 45, and they're going to punt it away. Sheesh. Joe McGuire angling it to the right side and out of bounds at the 1. Great punt for McGuire. Not had a very good punting game. It's out of bounds at the 2. Let's see if the Buckeyes can cause a turnover here. Kaliak-Manis, give it up the middle. No, he'll keep it a right side option keeper. Everybody goes with the running back, and then the speed of Ardell Reese shuts that thing down for just a 2-yard run. Up the middle, big hole for Raymond, first down, and then a timeout not called. Nope, now called by Rutgers. Now they got out of the end zone. The defense really seems nonplussed by the whole thing here. $1:12 to go. They've got 2 timeouts remaining and a new set of downs. Kaliak-Manis, give it to Campbell. Campbell up the middle. Another big gain of +5. Give him 6 on the run, and they'll go hurry up. Rutgers going to get the Buckeyes get the second kick. Kaliak-Manis, pressure. Now he's going to be sacked from behind by Kenyatta Jackson. Third of the day for the Buckeyes. Are they going to call timeout? They will. Oh, sorry, Rutgers will call timeout. Okay, interesting choice. Appreciate everybody being on again. Phil Nagy on Sports is the channel for our weekly Buckeyes sim here, previewing the game this weekend. Another first down for Rutgers. They'll call their final timeout. It's the tight end Weber again. Now they have 29 seconds. Clock stopped briefly on a first down. We're obviously getting out of bounds. Another place on YouTube, you're going to find simulated sporting events with live original commentary. Up the middle again, and Raymond with a big 12-yard gain. They are trying to get this thing to halftime, and the Buckeyes keep giving them 15-yard runs. 9 seconds, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. He'll snap it. Kaliak-Manis fired right side, caught on the sideline. 3-2, and he steps out of bounds with 1 second. Nope, apparently it was going backwards. And mercifully, we're at the halftime. What a weird half of football. Athen Kaliak-Manis, 3 touchdown passes, 2 of them to that man, DT Sheffield. And he has been very good. Meanwhile, Julian Sayin, no touchdowns, an interception. He's been pretty ho-hum in this one. Just wide open over the middle. Why is there a defensive end covering him? Like, what's going on here? Here's the one where he really leaned into it. Oh, as hard as he could throw it. 69 yards. Pretty good pass. And it was caught by Mylan Graham. It's the best play the Buckeyes have had. And it ended with an interception about 3 plays later in the end zone. So 21-6. Buckeyes going to get the second half kick. We'll do one more little round of situational coach mode, see if we can get the Buckeyes offense into a little bit of a groove here. They have been poor. Poor, I say. Let's see where it says like 12 times, 20 times. How many times you've called the play. Bo Jackson cannot get past the line. Buckeye offensive line has been brutal here today. Brutal. Guess the running game ain't going to get going today. It's this vaunted Scarlet Knight line. Sayin fired across the middle. Caught by Graham, but a short gain, like 3 yards. Sayin trying to get a first down here. Let's go. Motion coming from Ennis. He'll fire right side. Caught by Jeremiah Smith, his first catch of the day. And it is a big and an important first down, if I do say so myself. Sayin gives it up the middle of Donaldson. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Bradley Weaver again. Try a little jet sweep, see if we can get some guys moving, some eye candy, some space, get our athletes in space. Here comes Peoples across the middle, man coverage. He'll try to go wide and he'll lose yards. Chimney Christmas. What is happening? Back to pass. Sayin fired short across the middle to Ennis, who catches it for 4 yards. I think we got to go for it again. Come on, Julian. Make a good read here. Back to pass. Give him some good protection. He'll fire left side. Picked off again. Oh, boy. Julian Sayin, a 3rd interception. And this is getting crazy. This is getting crazy. Cash Sanders that time gets it. And Rutgers is in business. It does kind of look like the Browns offense, doesn't it, Jim? And welcome in, Jim. 85. that's kind of what it looks like, doesn't it? That the simulation is underestimating the opponent. This is like Trap Game City, apparently, according to the widgets inside the game. Broken tackle from Campbell. Look at him stay on his feet. 3rd and 3. The good news is when Ohio State beats Rutgers by like 30 on Saturday, I will force win the actual outcome of this game if it doesn't go our way in the sim, which will be glorious to do. But yeah, the game. I mean, the game did buff everybody, and I restarted it just to make sure that we had the best version of the guys. But they just do not understand how good the Buckeyes are. Campbell again with another big run. Rutgers on the verge of going up 28-6 here. Come on, D. 1st and goal. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Ian Strong picks up his 2nd one. He beats Igbenosin. 4 touchdown passes for Athen Kaliak-Manis right now. Unbelievable. This place, can you even imagine what it would be like if they somehow went down 20? I'm not sure that. I mean, obviously it's technically possible, but I don't think it's happening. They're so dialed in right now. Ryan Day's got them. A well-oiled machine. They didn't even play particularly well in 148-10 last week. Come on, Julian. Atone for your sins, my friend. RPO left side. Caught. 1st down is now just 3 yards away. Call it 2. That's the 6th catch for Mylan Graham. He's got over 100 yards. He's done his part. Filling in for Carnell Tate as wide receiver number 3, or 2, I guess. He's the 3rd wide receiver behind Innes and Smith. 1st down barely for Bo Jackson. 8:33, but right now time is the enemy. So they got to go. Bo Jackson, his best run of the day, spinning his way for 12. He's been bottled up a lot today. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. Right side throw, and dot, maybe. Oh, he dropped it. Mylan Graham. Yeah, I don't know how much of the in-game nerfing happens the same way that it does in Madden. Here's the jet sweep to Peoples. Can he get the corner? Nope. Sheesh. Rutgers is just playing like their hair's on fire right now. Buckeyes look very tentative. That's always a good sign. Cavs doing something historic. Another drop by Jeremiah Smith. Boo Birds are out, and I don't blame them at the horseshoe as they're punting from their own midfield. And another nice punt out of bounds the 12, but still, you got to get scores and stops, and they can't put the ball in the end zone right now. This is crazy. It kind of feels like they're a little bit reversed, doesn't it? One quarterback looks like he's a Heisman Trophy candidate. The other one looks like a middling, low-level Big Ten team. Play action. But, hey, you know, it's kind of an any given Sunday approach. It's waffling and incomplete. I thought he was going to be able to go get it. That was the true freshman Devin Sanchez in coverage. 3rd and 10. Can the Buckeyes get off the field? Not even 7 minutes left. That means there's 22 minutes left in this football game. Quick little dump to the tight end. Tackled immediately in space by Arvell Reese. Sonny Styles as well, and they'll force a punt. But they got to go. Yeah, I meant for the Cavs still. 19 points and a quarter is very un-Cavs-like. Of course, they've been very notorious about kind of like being sluggish at the start of games. Even first halves, they've been down multiple, like 10, 15, 20 points, and like, okay, we're going to come back and win. Donaldson with a big run, 12 yards over the middle for number 12, and a 1st down to the 44. They got to go, and they got to go fast. Come on, Julian. Let's put something in the end zone here. Why have we not tried to throw the ball to number 4? He'll come in motion, and they'll throw a little screen to him, and he will run backwards for 6 yards. That was weird looking. Like a wide receiver bubble screen. He ran backwards 6 yards. Silly, silly, silly. Saying. Left side throw. 1st down. Stretching it over the line is Jeremiah. Finally. 1st and 10, but they got to go. We're under 4.5 by the time this play comes to its conclusion. Turn around, they'll boot action out of it. Fired right side into traffic, Max Clear, short gain of 4. Run that boot action a lot, but you can see what I mean. Like the game kind of clearly knows what the Buckeyes are going to run. That's why coach mode was probably our best bet, but he kept throwing picks in coach mode. They'll boot action again out of it. Now Sam will take off, and he'll be hit and sacked. Maybe, or just a negative yard rushing. I'm not sure, but that's Jet Elad. Man, he is having a monster day, isn't Jet Elad? All right, I'm going to have my finger on the go for it button here because I'm not sure they're going to go for it after this play if they don't get it. But Elad's having a whale of a football game. 2 picks, and now a sack/tackle right at the line of scrimmage of Julian Sand. And they'll stretch it wide, and Peoples gets the first down. Wow. Would not have expected that on a 3rd and 6. They run it, and they pick it up. Sand back to pass. Fired across the middle. Caught. First down by Mylan Graham across the 10. It's 1st and goal, Buckeyes. Come on, boys. Got to push it in here. Got to push it in. Play action. Sand. Nobody open. He's going to be sacked. O'Neal again got home. Philip Daniels couldn't hold him forever. And that's what you call the old coverage sack that time. As Julian Sand just eats it. LA, welcome in, man. It's been a weird trap game in the sim. The Buckeyes have been pretty bad, and Rutgers has been incredible. And now we're handing off on 2nd and 16. Now it's a 3rd and 16. Three picks for Julian Sand in this one. 4 touchdown passes for Athan Kaliakmanis from Rutgers. End zone. Incomplete. Boo Bird's out again as they're going to go for another field goal attempt. Oh boy, 3 scores for Ohio State now, and they're all field goals. Brutal. Brutal. All right, defense, we need another quick turnover here. Maybe even like a pick 6 would be really lovely, but you've been bad. I'm not sure there's a team in the country that can score 20 on Ohio State, let alone Rutgers, so the game just doesn't understand how good their defense is. It is what it is. That's why it's for fun. We're here, we're being entertained in a weird way. Tackled out of the backfield, nice play by Arvell Reese. He is all over the place. To the left side for Kaliakmanis as we trickle down towards the end of quarter number 3. They lead 28-9. Pressure coming, and he'll be sacked by Caden Curry and Kenyatta Jackson. A little sandwich of Kaliakmanis. Now it's 3rd and long. Can the Buckeyes get off the field? Rutgers should be smart and not snap it again. They don't have to. Let's see if they choose to or not. 4 seconds, motion, 3 seconds, they will snap it. Play action, and Curry hit as he throws, incomplete, oh boy. And we'll have a punt to start quarter number 4. And there's Kaliakmanis' numbers. He has been very good. Sheffield and Strong both with multiple touchdowns in this one. I'm going to try to get Ohio State into some tempo here if we can. We didn't think we were going to have to go to multiple situational coach modes against Rutgers, but here we are, just to try to get them, get their heads out of their bums. Here we go. See, apparently this play has been called 122 times, the one that was on that screen, so that's why the defenses are knowing what's coming. Caught across the middle, Brandon Innes. To pass. It's coming. Throw it away. What are you doing? Running backwards for. Do not like that choice, sir. I do not like that choice, sir. 2nd and 22. Play action. Boot. Quick throw. Caught by Jackson. Jackson gets it back near the 50. I just don't love this formation that we're in. Why did they pick this formation? 3rd and 14. Deep shot in the direction of you-know-who. Can't get it. Offside throw, caught by Smith, giving the forward progress. What? Oh, man, they're not going to give us forward progress. Are you kidding me? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh, man, he caught it. Beat like at least 2 yards past that line. That's nuts. This game just wants Rutgers to win today, which is all going to be for naught in about 72 hours when I force win the Buckeyes after a 30-plus point win. Is that the spread is again? 30 points again? Well, if something like this does happen, you can say that the Buckeyes were looking ahead to that team up north. Yes, it will be fun for me to force this one. Should I put Shedeur in? Is that what you're asking for me to put Shedeur in for the Buckeyes? 3rd and 4. Still 12 minutes. There's time to do it, but they're just taking their sweet time. Incomplete. They're going to get the football back. I'm just going to keep my hands off the controller. Clearly, I'm not helping. They're going to try a 59-yarder. Kick is up. The kick is good for Rutgers from 59. Sheesh. Jai Patel, 5'9", 180-pounder from Monmouth Junction, New Jersey. He just drilled a 59-yard field goal. This is crazy. Oh, I see, because Sand ran backwards. Yes, he did. He was doing his Sanders impression for sure. All right, well, if there's a comeback, it's going to have to start now. Or you can hand the ball up the middle for 2 yards to James Peoples. Does nothing for me. Yeah, I think we got playbook sniped on this one. That's time I'm going to have to go back and redo the playbook because I think they just knew what we were running. We were terrible on offense. And no Carnell Tate. But again, we are bigger than one player. Certainly one player out of position that we may be the best in the country at. Mylan Graham's had a really nice day. Porter does have a drop, but Julian Sand throwing 3 picks was not on my bingo card. How about Brandon Innes? 50, 45 to the 40. There's a chunk play for Brandon Innes and out of bounds at the 38-yard line. He's done his part. And they are moving their way down the field. 10-19. Time the biggest enemy, obviously, at this point. But they haven't been in the end zone once, so how can you talk about them getting in the end zone 4 more times? 3 more times, I guess, if you could have a couple 2-point conversions. But why are you handing the ball off up the middle for a yard? I just do not get it. Situational game awareness, Buckeyes. You need some. Or a 3-yard pass to Julian Sand. 3rd and 6 for the Buckeyes. Well, it's certainly been entertaining. I can't say it's been very fun and not very realistic, so Ohio State's going to trounce this team, but caught out of bounds. Nice play by Ennis. 300 yards passing now, but 3 interceptions. Oh, he's in bounds. Rutgers is going to review this. First down, Buckeyes. Yep. Okay, here we go. 8:56, though. Clock runs. Gotta hurry here, boys. Come on. Come on. What are we waiting for? To hand it off up the middle to Bo Jackson, who gets stuck at the line of scrimmage for a no-yard gain. Nice tackle in space by Dariel Jabome, another Canadian from Quebec. Jackson got stuck on his own lineman and gains 2 yards. Nope, 1 yard. What are we doing? This is ridiculous. Rick, welcome in. We are getting maddened. College football is maddening us. Claire, nice catch for a first down. But yeah, Julian Sand having a rough day. Callie McManus having the game of his life. Put those things together. Option keeper Sand down to the 5. Careful, son. Hold on to that football. Buckeyes are going to lose this game. It took way too long. Unbelievable. Like I said, good news is we're mirroring reality, so I will take great joy in force winning this one after Saturday's actual outcome, as Jeremiah Smith does end up in the end zone there. But it's way too little and way too late. They're going to go for 2, as they should. Big Sim tomorrow, huh? The debut of Sugar, and they're wearing the whites, the all-white 75th anniversaries. Donaldson up the middle, 31-17. Buckeyes down 2 touchdowns with 6.5 to go. It's not totally out of the question, but it's a steep hill to climb. They're going to have to get a stop right away. Nice tackle by Fahim Delane, 5-star true freshman. All right, 6:27 on the old clock here. Let's see if we can get out on a 3 and out. Kaliakmanis over the middle, caught, spinning around as Sheffield. He gets knifed in the back by Jermaine Matthews, rather. Kaliakmanis claps the hands together. Snaps the ball, gives it to Raymond up the middle. First down for, maybe. Nope, yep, first down for Antoine Raymond. And the Buckeyes are missing the primary objective right now. Just to get the football back in short order. Campbell, big gainer up the middle again, gashing this defense. 90 yards for Campbell. I just do not see it coming. That's RB2 for them. I just do not see it happening this way in any stretch. Anyway, my name is Phil Nagy. The channel's Nagy on Sports. Pure entertainment here. And again, I went to coach mode to call plays a couple times, and he proceeded to throw interceptions when I did. So I guess you can blame me if you want, but it didn't go much better than when it was running itself. Also, if you're going to go down to the game on Saturday, my band just got added to the WNCI tailgate, so we're going to be behind the Varsity Club from 9 to noon. Come over and check out my band. I'll be singing and playing some bass guitar for you. 3:35. Buckeyes going to hold on to the timeouts. They will. They're going to get the football back. It is a steep hill to climb. Innes from his own 15. Trying to make a man miss. Can't even return a punt correctly. All right, you got to go, and you got to go fast if you want something crazy to happen. I'm not going to get excited until they punch this thing in the end zone with under 2 minutes to go. If they can do it with before there's 2 minutes. A backwards pass to Bo Jackson, and they'll lose 3 and stay in bounds. Perfect choice. I love that for us. What was that? What was that play? RPO to the right. Mylan Graham picks up 2. What are we doing? 4 verts. 4 verts to Jeremiah Smith. Come on, what are we doing here? Sayan's got good protection this time. Now he'll fire late, and it's picked off. Interception number 4, and it's an interception for a touchdown. Oh my goodness. Cam Miller with a pick 6, and that is going to do it for the game. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Inconceivable. 4 interceptions from Julian Sayan. He might not throw 4 incompletions on Saturday. This game is wildly off their rocker here today. Unless you're a Rutgers fan, in which case enjoy every bit of it, because it ain't going to happen. Wild game here. Buckeyes are going to lose to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. They'll go 11-1 in our sim, or 10-1 in our sim again. We do recreate reality, so all of the wins, Oklahoma over Alabama last weekend, for instance, we force win all of the outcomes to make it accurate so we can try to get as close to a real playoff as possible. And I'll show you what those playoff rankings are at the end of this game, if you're curious how close we are to real life. When we were down 14 in 3 minutes, I thought there was a small chance, but now down 21 with 2, it ain't happening. Especially when he refuses to push the ball down the field. 2-minute warning time here. Do appreciate everybody being on. Again, Phil Nagy on Sports. We'll have our big Browns Shedeur Sanders debut tomorrow, Thursday night. Browns and Raiders. I wonder if Kenny Pickett will play. Wouldn't that be funny if Kenny Pickett played? And the Buckeyes will hurry up. It's been fun. Thanks again to all my subscribers. Hit that like button as well if you like wacky college football sims. This one was certainly wacky as well. 12 catches for Brandon Innes. He's having a monster day, and it's not going to matter for crap because Julian Sand struggled. And Rutgers played the game of their lives. Rutgers doing their best Georgia Bulldogs impression or something here. Maybe Ohio State could be accused of looking ahead to Michigan next week. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. Max Clare inside the 15 to the 11. But enjoyed spending an hour with you as I always do. Again, thanks so much for joining me here on this one. 5 wide for Sam. 90 seconds to go. Mercifully put us out of our misery here, college football. 2-yard pass to Mylan Graham. Could we see an onside kick? We already wasted one of our timeouts too, so we can't even get the ball back. If they score, Jeremiah tackled at the 5. 400 yards passing for Julian Sayin. Unfortunately, 4 interceptions. Again, I just do not see it happening. In fact, if you put like a $1 bet on Jeremiah Smith to have 4 interceptions in this game, probably win like $1 million on that bet. 4th and 4. I don't know that for a fact. Please don't bet off of my Sims. I've told you that in the past. I would feel very responsible in not the right way. Jelani Thurman with a touchdown catch. There's no way there's cheering at this point. Everybody's gone. Stuff's been thrown on the field. Just an embarrassing performance for the Buckeye offense and the Buckeye defense. Again, I'm not sure there is a college football team in America this year that can score more than 20 on Ohio State, let alone Rutgers getting 38, as this onside kick is very easily caught, and so that's going to be the game. 38-24 is going to be your final score. A beat down. A beat down in Buckeye Town, just because I'm curious, just because I'm a weirdo about these things. Ohio State will call their final timeout, so they could be. So it's Ohio State's a 31.5-point favorite. So just for funsies, if you had Rutgers to win by 14, how does that work? So Rutgers to win by 14, if it's 31, that would be 45. I can't even look it up. It won't even, here, let me see what the odds are for them to just win, just a straight up win. It's plus 2,800. So it's 28-1 odds that they would even win, let alone win by 14. But here we are. There you go. Rutgers can't believe it. Greg Schiano can't believe it. Ohio State fans certainly can't believe it. How about Athen Kaliakmanis? He was incredible today. He had the Julian Sayin numbers. 239 yards passing, 75% passing, 4 touchdowns, only the 1 interception. And he got sacked several times, but they just kept chopping the wood, as Greg Schiano likes to talk about. And Rutgers stuns the Buckeyes on senior day. Just, even coming out of my mouth, feels like it's not real. But we all saw it happen here in the sim. Julian Sayin, brutal day for him. 42 of 56, 412. The 2 touchdowns and the 4 interceptions today. Bo Jackson is 12 for 14. That can't happen. Peoples 5 for 15. Donaldson 4 for 15. Innes 13 for 157, but he had a drop. 11 for 132 in Mylan Graham. How about Jeremiah Smith? 9 for 63 and a touchdown. There's Quincy Porter. That was a big drop early in the game on a 4th down. Or excuse me, on a 3rd down. They really need it for the Buckeyes. 17 tackles for Arvell Reese. Again, hopefully it won't matter because I'm going to erase all these stats anyway. Caden Curry, a nice day, 2.5 sacks and then interception. And this one for your Scarlet Knights of Rutgers. 22 of 29 for 239 for Athen Kaliakmanis. Hello. 15 for 58 for Raymond. 11 for 89 for Campbell. They ran roughshod all over the Buckeyes in this one. 7 for 50 for the tight end Weber, 6 for 96 and 2 touchdowns for Sheffield. Strong and Black both had catches and touchdowns as well, as they just took advantage and beat up this Buckeye defense. How about them on defense? Chabone with 17 tackles, Elad with 11, 3 TFLs. He had a sack and 2 picks. 2 sacks for Eric O'Neill. And Elad, 2 interceptions with a sack and 11 tackles. Pretty darn good day for the kid from St. Ignatius. All right, well, again, I do not foresee this being the actual outcome on Saturday. But I'll show you what the top 25 before this one looked like, if you're curious. Again, as we try to stay with doing my best to recreate the reality, it's going to be tough to get the right Power 5 team, but non-Power 5 team in, but I'm going to try. Anyway, we've got Buckeyes. Georgia moved up to 2 after beating Texas. Indiana State at 3. Texas A&M drops to 4 after beating South Carolina. And that game was actually close like it was in real life. Oregon dispatches Minnesota. They'll be 5, and they got to play USC, the old Pac-12 championship, coming up this week. Ole Miss at 6, 7 for Texas Tech. Michigan's crept their way up to 8. Pretty good for them. 9th for Oklahoma after that big win over Alabama. BYU 10. There's USC. Notre Dame at 12. Even though they beat a team, they went backwards. Georgia Tech, Texas, Miami, Vandy. Bama drops all the way to 17th after the loss to Oklahoma. Illinois, Utah, Tennessee. There's Tulane, one of those group of 5 teams that's in the running. SMU, Virginia Tech, Mizzou, and Arizona State re-enters as well. So, anyway, that's the way we look. The way that the bracket would look if it started today. See how close it is. Michigan versus Oklahoma playing Ohio State. Tulane and Oregon against Texas A&M. Georgia Tech and Ole Miss against Indiana. BYU, Texas Tech against Georgia in this one. All right, well, I can't say that it was fun or it was real, but it was real, but I can't say it was real fun. However that saying goes. Anyway, weird game. College football flexing on us a little bit. Again, very likely going to be force winning the outcome to go a different way. But I do appreciate you guys joining me. My name is Phil Nagy. Nagy on Sports is the channel. Join me tomorrow night for our Browns and Raiders sim, the sim debut officially. We've brought him in a couple times off the bench. He's actually looked pretty decent. We'll see how he does not only tomorrow night in the sim, Shedeur Sanders, but obviously in real life on Sunday as well. All right, guys. Thanks again so much to all my subscribers. I will talk to you tomorrow night. Browns and Raiders. Today we will say go Rutgers, go Bucks, and as always, go Browns.